It's been a while. I realize that, and I'm so sorry for those who have been wondering and like asking, how are your pastor friends? We've just been a little bit overwhelmed with busyness, but also I think like for me, it was like I was dealing with some emotions, just as um, like the barbarianism of the Russian troops has just continued to increase, and news stories coming out of just the atrocities being committed. I think I didn't really want to do updates because I didn't know what was going to come out of my mouth because there was a lot of anger and sadness or whatever. So I think just with the busyness and then all of the emotions, I think we just sort of didn't. That's why it's been a while since we've done an update.
We ran out of gas a little.
Yeah, we did. But it's been a while, and a lot of you have been praying for our pastors. You've been giving financially for our pastors. So, we owe you an update. We want to give you an update on how they're doing, how everyone's doing. So, do you want to kick it off?
Sure. I've been working on a spreadsheet. Those of you that love spreadsheets and those of you that hate spreadsheets, they are useful just to keep track of donations and who has been giving and how much has been given, and whether it's checks or cash or Venmo or PayPal or other things that you guys have been absolutely amazing. Yeah, I mean, people coming over to the house and slipping us some dollars that they had extra. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And so keeping track of all of that stuff, talking to a tax accountant to make sure that we're up to snuff and that kind of thing, which we are, has been incredible. So and our t-shirt and sweatshirt sales, which we'll talk more about later, and then what has been given, what transactions to which pastor and how much and when and all that. I've tried to keep as close of a observation as possible on what we've been giving and what we've been receiving, just because I want to do it with integrity and I want to make sure that I can give you some real numbers. So we have raised in total
Over the last 2 months.
over the last 2 months, or however long it's been.
About 2 months.
Has
yeah.
it? Oh, jeepers.
Yeah.
Total raised $70,000, $426.07. So thank you for the 7 cents. $70,426.07. We still have funds to give. I don't send all of it all at once. I know that this is going to be an elongated war. I know that there's going to be funds in the next few months, and it's not that I don't trust our pastors to be able to work with it correctly. It's just that I want to make sure that I could keep track of things, and then I could send solid amounts every week.
We tend to check in with them daily or numerous times a week. And we ask them pointedly, how are you doing financially? Do you need more money? And the reason we don't just send everything that that y'all have given, that we have, is because, for instance, Pastor A was not able to use his card anymore for payments. So with the situation the way it is, with their cities being under Russian occupation, their internet's going in and out. More and more, their internet is
sketchy.
Splotchy. Yeah, sketchy.
Splotchy. I'm splotchy.
In some places they're only able to pay with cash now. They can't even use their digital cards for payments, and so not even being sure how much longer they're going to be able to access their digital accounts. We didn't want to send all of this money and then have it be inaccessible to them. So we send it as they need it.
Yeah.
And then if, at some point in the future, they're not able to access funds digitally anymore, we've even talked about what will that look like? Will we take out the cash and will we fly over to deliver it to them personally. It may come to that, we don't know. But that's just kind of like, those are the two reasons why we only send it as they need it, and we hold some back, for the future, because we know that they're going to have need for a very long time, and then also just because we don't know how long they'll be able to access it.
That was good, huh?
Oh,
Perfect.
okay.
Well done. So anyway, the generosity has been overwhelming. I know that there is still money coming in, and we're going to look for continual ways to raise funds, and we'll be looking at some of those creative ways in the future. But I just wanted to give you, now that I've worked out my spreadsheet system, wow, $70,000 is incredible.
Yeah.
From our community of people. So
Yeah,
thank you.
that's amazing. And you're feeding, again, we send it to a handful of pastors, but they're literally feeding towns and villages. Pastor B has sent us some videos now. It seems like pretty regularly they're being able to send food and supplies over to this village that we told you about that's cut off on the other side of the river from them, where people are not allowed to come or go into that village, but they have, thank God, the Russian forces have allowed this guy in his little boat.
It's like a rowboat, basically.
It's a motorboat, but it just has this little, it's probably, what do you call it, handmade. It's probably like something, Ukrainians are incredible in the things that they can just like
piece together.
So he probably pieced this boat together himself. But I haven't had the time to edit these videos to blur out faces in order to show y'all. I'll try to get that done. But he's been sending us these videos of them filling up their car with supplies, then taking it to the river, filling up this guy's boat, and then him taking his boat back across to the village. We did ask, are the Russian forces confiscating these supplies, or are they actually allowing these supplies to go to the villagers? And Pastor B said, as far as he knows, to the best of his knowledge, they are actually letting the supplies go to the villagers, which is amazing. So yeah, again, the money that y'all are giving, and the like shirts that you bought and everything, you're feeding hundreds and hundreds of people, and not just feeding them, but like
medicine,
baby
diapers,
supplies, and
bottles.
Yeah, so y'all are incredible. We did want to tell you about the fundraiser that we did with the shirts. Y'all, we never imagined it was going to be what it was. We just thought like
a few shirts, it'll be good.
Some our friends and our family will buy a couple shirts and we'll raise, $100 or something. Oh no. How much did we raise, honey?
$12,000.
$12,000, y'all, from hoodies and t-shirts. So y'all are incredible. Honestly, actually, people have still been writing to me asking, hey, is it too late? Can I still order a shirt? So we did close the shop down the first time, but we talked to our friend today and he's agreed to reopen it. Do you want to check and see if it's up yet or not? He was going to reopen it today. So we're going to do it again. These are the shirts. This is obviously one of the t-shirts, comes in black or white. This is an extra large. That's why it looks large. You can get the t-shirt in black or white, or there's a hoodie with the same design. Looks like the store's up.
Looks like it's up. Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It's freedomukraine.itemorder.com. There's black and white hoodies, black and white t-shirts. Again, if you didn't hear the first time, this is the national trident of Ukraine. It's called the trezub in Ukrainian, and the word freedom is spelled out in the trident. So the word for freedom is voля, and it's spelled v, which is this that looks like an English B. That's the letter v. Then this is the o. Then right here is the L. And then this right here would look like a backwards capital R. That's the letter for ya. So that spells out voля, which means freedom. In Ukrainian, that's been their national symbol for many, many, many decades. Anyways, yeah, so again, whoever wants a t-shirt, hoodie, hop over to freedomukraine.itemorder.com, and 100% of the proceeds we will send to our pastors. This is just a way that we came up with our printer friend to try to raise some extra funds for our pastors. So thanks for an amazing first round, and we didn't know we'd be doing another round, but here we go. So spread the words to your family and friends. Those of you who already ordered shirts, post, a picture of you and your shirt on your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever. Let your friends know that we're selling them again. And we also wanted to give a shout out. Our friend is very modest. He didn't at first agree to let us give any publicity to his company, but after the first round of fundraising was beyond successful, beyond what we could have even imagined, we were like, will you please at least let us give you like some free advertising or something for doing this? So we did just want to tell you, again, he's not a retailer. He's not an online retailer. They have a printing business. So if you're in the market for any kind of printing on clothing, they also do like, what do you call that? Like leather patches or like embroidered patches.
Yeah, all of that stuff. Hats.
Yeah, if you're in
sewing.
If you need like for your company, if you need any merch or anything like that, check out his company is called Winged Foot Screen Printing Company. WINGED, Winged Foot Screen Printing Company. Yeah, so make sure to use him if you have any printing merch needs.
Absolutely. That was good, honey.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the store is going to be open for a week.
Yep, April 19th. It'll be open for another week.
So you have from today until midnight next Tuesday to put your orders in. After that, I doubt we'll be doing this again. I really don't think we'll be doing it for a third time. So if you want a Ukraine Trident shirt, make sure to get your orders in as soon as possible. And after the store closes next Tuesday is when they will print everything that's been ordered and ship it out. So you can expect to have your orders in, 2-3 weeks, depending on how much business they have.
So, do you want to give a Pastor B update? I can give a Pastor O update.
Sure. It's been so long. We've had obviously so much news from our pastors come in. So we'll try to not forget anything.
Summarize, but
Pastor B has had a really difficult time. Last week, was it this week? No, it was last week. This is Monday. So last week, his father, who's in another town, which is also occupied by Russian forces, got very suddenly, very seriously ill. And so Pastor B and his wife decided to risk the trip going through dozens of Russian checkpoints. Again, remember, Pastor B's name is supposedly, from what he has heard, on a Russian kill list that they call people that the Russian forces are looking for. So it's very dangerous for him to go anywhere or move, but obviously he risks that all the time. But they decided to go ahead and risk it, go to be with his father. And when they got there, they actually found out that unbeknownst to anyone, his father had stage 4 blood cancer. He started bleeding out profusely. They rushed him to the hospital, and basically there was nothing that could be done. Within a couple of days, he had passed away. One good thing that came out of it, out of pain, is that his father ended up giving his life to Christ and accepting Jesus as his Savior before he died, which, was a huge blessing.
The good thing.
The only good thing that came out of it. But it's a really good thing. Anyways, he had been praying for, obviously, his dad for a long time, sharing the gospel with him. And so that was a really beautiful moment for him to get to see his dad come to know the Lord and know that his eternity is secure, that he will be with Christ forever, and that when Pastor B, his time on earth is done, he'll be reunited with his Father in the presence of Jesus. So that was really good. But just a really just like pain upon pain for Pastor B, like already just with the war and the daily danger and just losing his life as they knew it, and then on top of that losing his father, and just a lot of pain, and then on the risk of going through, I think he said one way or maybe both ways, I don't know, he had just mentioned checkpoints, yeah. The number 19 checkpoints that he had to go through. So I don't know if that was like one way or if that was both ways combined, but I can only imagine like the stress every time knowing that you're being looked for by these brutal forces, and every time you come up to a checkpoint, I can only imagine like how just awful, horrible that is. But praise the Lord, they made it there and back. He was able to be with his family, to bury his father, and so he's just in the last I've known Pastor B for 8 years now. The last video that he sent us, I could definitely tell he's lost weight. Obviously, I'm sure they're not, they themselves aren't eating as much, then just the stress and running around morning to night every day taking care of people. And you could also it was hard. It's encouraging to get his videos because he just, keeps his eyes on the Lord and takes his strength for the Lord and stuff. But you could just see like the weariness in his face, and he's just always been a really like joyful, such a joyful person. And he still is, like he still sends videos just to say thank you, and
we're gonna work on one of those for you guys.
Yeah, we want y'all to see them, so I'm gonna try to find the time to like blur out the faces and stuff so we can show you. But it was just hard to see the stress on him. I can only imagine. Like, let's be honest, I can't even imagine what they're going through every day, and like the stresses that they have. And then on top of that, he was telling us that while they were in his parents' hometown, while his father was dying, that's when the news came out about Bucha and the just horrors that the Russian forces committed against civilians in Bucha, and just that his wife was just distraught. And I can only imagine, like, I know how painful it is for me, having lived in Ukraine for over half my life, just the pain that I feel when these stories come out, and I see these places that I've been to, and I see them ruined and blood on the streets. But that's for me as someone who, yes, I lived in Ukraine for a long time, but like, our friends, they are Ukrainians. These are their people. So I can't even imagine just the anguish that they feel when they see their people treated like this and just tortured. And it's yeah. So just remember, I know that y'all do, but just remember to keep praying for Pastor B, because I think it's really hard for them. But yesterday they sent us, or we saw this morning a video from yesterday of their church. Despite everything their church still meets together. They still get together and they sing despite the danger to themselves. They sing and they worship the Lord and they encourage one another, and it's really beautiful to see that.
You're done. I understand, hon. I'm gonna save my update for Pastor O. We'll try to do another one of these in the next day or two. Just one thing: if any of you are in the Philadelphia area, if you are in the Chicago area, if you're in the Detroit area, Michigan City, Indiana, Bria, and I'm coming to play too. We're gonna do a concert on Bria's social media. You'll be able to see it, like there's a flyer type thing, and you can buy tickets. And they're Ukrainian artists, and a promoter asked her to join. So we'll try to do an update. You know, if we're in a hotel or in a quiet spot, you know, sound checks or driving. We'll be driving everywhere, so it's gonna be a maddening end to the week.
Yeah.
But we would love to see any of you if you're in that area.
Yeah, Philadelphia is Wednesday.
Oh yes, thank you.
Detroit is Thursday. Chicago is Friday. And Michigan City, Indiana is Saturday. So if you're in or near any of those towns, please come out. It is, they are charging tickets, but again, that money is going to Ukraine. It's a very reputable organization that they're giving to. I know of many people in Ukraine who are connected to this organization who trust it. So yeah, just come out and see us. You can get tickets at moloko.us. So it's MOLOKO.us. Moloko.us is where you can get those tickets, or check out my social media pages. I've put the link in one of my posts recently. Yes, this is kind of long, so we'll end it.
Yeah, there's lots more to tell, but we're just so thankful. Thanks for putting up with our tears or our anger, everything in between. We're giving you a generally unfiltered look, but thank you for praying for us. I know some of you were worried about us this week because we hadn't posted anything for a week, but we were able to rest a little bit, and we're going to continue to push forward and give updates as we're able to. So
Yeah.
we're thankful so much, guys. We're really grateful. So we love you lots, and we'll talk to you soon.